Welcome back, guys. We could have our final game of the night here. Will Miracle be defeated 3-0? An unexpected result. It's not over yet. They could fight back, but they are struggling right now. And the Malthael plays were good in that last game.
I think it's about time to take Lunara away from Joker's hand, or even ban it if they cannot actually bring out Lunara, because they are the team that really often played the Trinity with the Vala, Ariel, and whatever the other support is now. And so far against the Lunara is not working. We saw that 1v3 Joker was very much alive, 100% health, and Dami just keep on dying every single time.
Scaling is so good for Lunara in the late game. They went to Supreme late game, and I mean the forced tanks, which allowed the Tormented Souls to do so well, were, I mean, part of the reason why they ended up losing this. So now we're headed to Dragonshire for game number 3.
Oh ho!
Could be another late game here. Hoping for no Nazebos this time, though. If you know what I'm saying.
I remember that game.
My Nazbos.
Just a few hours ago. Yes. No Naz. Zebos. But this one, of course, Lunara may even be banned, you know. And Dami's Vala did not work perfectly with the Ariel. If Vala can't do damage, Ariel can't heal. It was, you know the drill. So that was the thing. Time to switch the gear. Maybe Crazy Moving need to come back to his old role. Maybe they want to have some mages coming in. The main problem for Miracle is their solo DPS, when Mighty always has a melee in the front line and the range in the back line.
Yeah. I mean, in that last game, they had Tyrael, they had Leoric. Leoric doesn't do a lot of damage, not unless he's using March of the Black King, in which case probably already lost the game. But Kharazim was their secondary damage in a way, but he couldn't really do much. He was getting burned down. Ariel is banned, so not going to make it through this one. Tastar ban. Miracle takes first ban. We didn't talk about who chose the map, but it will be their choice of first ban. Mighty has the map pick. So, where do they take us now? Will it be the ETC pick that's been so popular today? ETC has about 100% involvement in today's matches. In fact, literally 100% involvement. Of all 7 games we've seen, he has been either picked or banned. It'd be a shock to not see him picked up here based on what we've seen so far. Crazy Movie did take a game with the ETC. And we will play his second game now of it as we head into Dragonshire.
Maybe it will be Judy's hero, because he's not been so flashy tonight as he was playing Leoric the other game, and his hero pool has been somewhat of a problem for Miracle. That's also what caused the entire team to fall down a little more. I think maybe giving the ETC to Judy could be a very comfortable pick for him. Maybe we'll see some role swaps there.
You think they're going to switch? I don't know about that. Like, I think that's a little bit... As you see
they need to do anything that's possible right now. Lunara always take...
Or sorry, Uther Lunara, yeah.
Yeah, taken again for Mighty. I think they need to take chances here.
Well, it's rough, man. I mean, he's been practicing exclusively tank. They just made the role swap. I don't think they could swap in a series like this. I think they have to stick with what they've prepared. I could see your argument for it, but I don't think they'll do it. I think they have to suck it up here, try to build a proper composition. They're going to be dealing with Lunara again. They struggled last game. What is the answer? Maybe the answer is winning the early game so that they don't get to that late game scaling that Lunara is so good at on this map.
I know.
Maybe it's like draft a Zeratul, harass him, try to get picks, try to get kills.
Chromie is the answer.
Really?
Yes. I don't know if Miracle's going to use it, though.
Is Chromie the answer, though?
Ah,
they're going to fight fire with fire on this one with the Malthael, too. The Genji's going to be the backline dive that's going to try to kill the Lunara.
Super dive, so Ben Rhaegar seems like a very easy choice. If I'm Mighty, I would ban Rhaegar here.
Looks like that's what they want to do.
Seems like that's the best option. There's double dive on the other side. You have Uther for yourself. Tastar is also banned. So Just taking that Ancestral Healing out seems like a very good choice right now.
Last time Malthael was picked by Mighty, Miracle took the Tyrael. Mighty did not ban the Tyrael. They banned the Lucio for some reason. And so you have to think that going into this, it looks like they want to ban Lucio again. I think the Rhaegar is much better, as you said. Will we see Miracle follow suit? I think they should ban the Tyrael. It's clearly been the best answer to Malthael in our matches today and historically in Korea. So removing the Tyrael. Oh, what is with the Lucio hate?
Yeah, Lucio with
He's just trying to break it down.
But it's conditional. But when they're losing, and if the chase continues, and even just for Lunara to move around when there's the speed boost, it's insane when you think of it. Also, the healing comes out from Uther. The burst healing comes. So I think they were a little considerate about the sustain healing and the movements. I guess that's my guess.
Just checking. I wanted to see how many games of Tyrael we've seen really from Mighty this split, because it feels like it's not been a lot.
As many as the other Korean teams, for sure.
5. They're 4-1 with Tyrael, but it was with Joker, who will not be playing it today. It's so weird to me that they would, after giving Tyrael to play, wait so long to lock him in. He's such a powerful hero in this situation. Okay, there it is. And it will be Stukov as their secondary support for the longer sustained healing and the longer battles. He's also very good against Genji. I really like the draft for Mighty.
Yeah, that's right. And also the silence comes in for so much more. You can do so much more with the silence when you have the Dragon Knight. Of course, also for the other side, when the Dragon Knight's taken away from you.
They have a lot of options for solo laners too. Sonya is still available, very strong with this comp. They have potentially the Arthas pick, which is quite good against this draft, good against the Genji. They have a lot of options. They have, I mean, Arthas will really struggle in the solo lane against Malthael. The Rich begs to differ on that point, but we'll see how it pans out. I think they'll probably take Sonya. Miracle now needs to decide whether it's going to be all in on the Genji or if they're going to take something like a Tychus here or a Li Ming for more range damage. Gul'dan will be their wave clear they choose over burst damage, and it's going to be Malfurion for the solo support. So this is going to get a little bit weird.
A lot of damage is what they're saying. They need more damage, and when they need to die, when they want to get picks, they need some tool, they need some CC. They have Power Slide, Mosh Pit. Is that enough? No, and they need some wave clear, that's the thing. Bringing Gul'dan, was that the perfect choice? I
don't think so.
Up to Gul'dan seems okay, but after seeing Malfurion, they need more heals. They will be lacking the sustain for sure.
They will. Sure, Malthael has his own sustain, but Genji won't be able to do as much as he would like without burst heals, with the slow heals. They need to crush the early game, I think. They need to realistically just smash it with ETC power slides, follow-up roots. Gul'dan's really good damage, his wave clear. They need to destroy those cannon towers in the bot lane so fast. If they go late game on this map against the scaling of Lunara with what they have, they will get destroyed. Chen will be the solo laner. So I want to try to fight Malthael with that. He will get bullied, but it's going to be very difficult to kill him, and this could open up ganking opportunities. Tyrael wants to rotate up and look for those picks. That's what we'll see when he's in mid lane. This is going to be a very interesting game. I think Miracle certainly can take this, but they need to take it early. If they go to the mid to late game even, they will struggle. Malfurion's puny heals will not be enough to stop the damage we just saw from Lunara coming out on Tomb of the Spider Queen. We'll see if this game repeats itself and Mighty takes the series or not here as we head into our third, potentially final game of the night. Let's jump into Dragonshire. In blue, down 0-2. It is Judy on Malthael, Dami on Genji, Jaehyun on Malfurion, Crazy moving on ETC, and Sniper on Gul'dan for MVP Miracle.
Mighty. Joker on Lunara again. BDG on Chen. Good on Tyrael. Nasang on Uther. Magi on Stukov.
잘 싸워라 영웅들이여.
Always the Dragon Knight announcer sounds real rude. I don't like it when she talks to me with that tone.
Well, ETC, of course, because they need more healing, taking Frog Rock at 1. Once the quest is finished, you will get some extra healing. Moving dives in from the side.
Sniper is just getting some free damage done here. Actually went into Echoed Corruption. That scares me. When I see Echoed Corruption, that means, oh yeah, we want to go late game. This is going to scale so well. We're going to do so well in late game.
I think it's also because there's Joker on the other side. Fell Flame does not, of course, when you take that quest, the range is increased a little bit, but still, Echo Corruption is a lot longer, and you can do sustained damage from longer range. I think that's what you're looking for here.
That is true. I suppose that could be the reason. But completing that quest takes a long time. We'll keep an eye on that. I'm actually, now that I've played the new patch with the kill feed that has quests on it, like, I like get so annoyed that I can't just know every time what pops up in game.
You leave 40
next
stacks.
week, man. Yeah, next week we are gonna all be able to see the glorious kill feed.
That's right. All the quests completed.
And or destroyed or removed. Literally, it's like got one for every single important thing, which is pretty awesome. This is an important one. Sniper just trying to build up some stacks right now. They are using ETC in the mid lane right now instead of trying to punish the bot lane, which is a little bit scary with the 2-man top. BG gets bullied here, but again, he's not going to have too much problems clearing this. He's got good wave clear, he's Chen, and he will just basically never die. He'll have problems when the ammo runs out on the cannon towers, but until then, he's in a great spot.
And they have to notice when Genji is rotating up and down like that. CC tearing up. Actually, focus is on Jaehyun. They were the one that started the gank, try to take them out, but ooh, nice focusing coming out from Mighty.
Uh-oh, Sniper is in a risky place as well. I think this is definitely a pick. Sorry, Snipies.
Slowed and silenced.
Burned
Poisoned.
down. Doesn't use the well, at least. Looks like it's going to be a double.
Actually,
This is the opposite of what needs to happen for Miracle to win. Will BDG survive? He's going to get the speed boost, but it won't matter. Almost got out.
almost.
Almost not good enough, though. Oh, man. Mighty is just controlling this game in every which way. They're going to now get this cap. Cleared mid with a lurking arm. Bot lane was won. Somehow they also got a pick in top lane. And, you know, this is a comp that Miracle's supposed to be one that's ahead like this. They're supposed to have the lead. They're supposed to have the structural advantage. With the ETC pick that's supposed to be looking for ganks. With this hypermobile Genji that's supposed to be able to get picks with the ETC on the top lane. Chen is safe. Part of the reason why they picked Chen is because that gank is always possible. But Chen is always just going to be under turrets because he loses lane, so the minions are there. So he gets safe soak. He's never worried about ganks. And now you have this lane down here in the bottom where Sniper is struggling. There's no ETC to save him. And the longer the game goes on, the better for Lunara. Sure, he might finish his Echoed Corruption, but that's really all the advantages Miracle has going to late game. Post 10, there'll be a huge team fight potential for Miracle that can ruin the Lunara comp with Horrify, with the Tormented Souls. But I'm talking like 13 plus, 16 plus. Miracle's going to have big problems.
See, talking about big problems, we already have too many for Miracle. There seems like their rotation is not really working out. They're trying to... Genji's always rotating up when Martel's already winning the lane, really pressuring into the fort. Can they actually destroy the wall where the ammo is out? Seems like ammo still half for both of the towers, actually.
Part of the reason why is BDG almost gets a kill 1v2. Part of the reason why the ammo is still there is because of that pick earlier, and the lane got pushed back as a result. Mighty is just rotating better. Their rotations have been meaningful, whereas Miracle's rotations have been somewhat lackluster. When you see Genji trying to kill Chen under turrets, you're like, I don't know if he should be up there. In fact, he almost died there. When you see the rotations down to kill Sniper, it's successful. They already had mid cleared with a lurking arm. And in fact, now we're starting to see BDG like start to win against some Malthael. And it's a big rotation up now that he's finally stepped away from the cannon towers. But he sees it or senses it, I guess is a better way to put it. He didn't have vision.
3-man gank again fails.
Yep.
Onto BG. They got the camp. Meanwhile,
they got the camp. They got mid clear coming in with Lunara. They're not missing any experience. Or Gul'dan, obviously, but Magi's not going to suffer too much. He's got insane sustain. As Lurking Arm and his auto attacks do like 20 million damage, so. All right, maybe 22. I know you laugh. There's probably more reasonably 22, but.
There's a lot of damage for sure. Good will just survive this. Even the CC was just not enough. And oftentimes the power slide and the E comes in together. It's not really pairing up perfectly, and they don't even have burst damage, to be honest. So the CC will actually not really synergize with what their damn DPSs are.
I think ETC should not be soaking. ETC should be making the rotation top here to deal with this instead of trying to push down the bot lane. They're punishing and bullying Stukov, but he's not missing experience. Like, he's still there. He's still going to get experience, not missing experience mid. And what they do with the bully bottom doesn't get them anything. But what Mighty does with theirs top, because they have Lunara who does insane amount of damage, is they lose a fort. And Miracle's decision-making as to where their heroes are going and why doesn't fit the composition. When they have an ETC, they should be the ones who terrify. ETC Genji should be the ones that are threatening kills non-stop, forcing Mighty to be on the defensive. Because they haven't done that, I mean, this game is definitely going away from them very rapidly right now. You might even see an unleash here. No one's on either of the shrines for MVP Miracle.
And it's Keg coming out from Panda.
That's going to be to make Gul'dan a sad, sad, angry Warlock.
Let's see, bullies. Keep on coming. Joker has been, because of the double support, he can get all the healing, and BDG does not need too much healing. That's the thing.
And also they have no burst. Even Genji doesn't have burst until he's Dragon Blading. So kill switch is always going to be fully activated. Dami is finally going to retake this as Good goes down to clear the Siege Giant camp. They at least got that. They got the bottom wall down. Is it as good as the top fort being completely destroyed? No, but it's a small advantage they got, as Mighty had everyone rotated mid for a while. But look at the minimap always. Look at how much you experience is being soaked. And when you look at why it's not being soaked for Miracle, you have to ask the question, is it worth it when I see 4-man mid? And when I see that there's no one even nearby to be ganked, I think the answer is a very obvious no. It is not worth it. This might be worth it. They force out the Divine Shield.
And take the camp.
And steal the camp. That was a meaningful rotation right there. That was well done.
It was very well done. It was poking because they knew that Chen went to the top shrine, Sun Shrines, and they made the invasion. They knew the two
he's
were
got
missing.
Keg. He's got Keg. Will this be a Keg moment?
It was silenced right after, so...
Just missed it. Unstoppable. Oh, interrupted.
Interrupted right
See you
after.
later.
Taking all the power shots by himself.
Dragon Blade not doing anything. It's just Dami's trying to use it to kite back. He might be the next one to go down. Judy looks like he will die first. A good Horrify, but again, Brew will keep EDG alive. Sank just for show, I suppose. Maybe they panicked and thought they were going to lose him, but Mighty is destroying this game. I mean, this is a massive outclassing.
Yeah.
And I expected more from this new Miracle positions, or for these new positions, this new position swap-esque roster. Same roster, different positions. It's just not working out this time against Mighty. And perhaps we were too quick to judge Crazy Moving's success over one of the weaker teams in Blossom. Well, this has just been better understanding of rotations. The draft for Miracle, not well played. Jaehyun's getting punted, man. That's a field goal right there.
Charge coming out from Nasang. Actually, Nasang's on the Dragon Knight for now. As the Uther player. Let's see.
Not the greatest, I suppose you could say.
But still, working on that keep wall, I guess, already onto the mid lane. And even Genji had to go all the way top because if that minion wave was pretty big, if left alone, it will be doing damage to the keep wall on the top lane also. So Miracle has to distribute so much resources when the Dragon Knight is away from them.
Yeah.
That's what's keeping this Dragon Knight full.
Lunara's coming back too. There's going to be so much more damage in this next attack. Keg's available again. They need to be aware of that. I think Mighty is definitely having fun with this game. I don't even think they're playing this 100% seriously. It's a cool idea with the keg and stuff, but I mean, they're definitely having some showboating. The sanctification we saw earlier, the choice of keg, usage was quite good, to be honest, but the choice of keg is a little bit wonky.
coming in, he wants to steal this with the keg. He's baiting this.
Well, they are going to get the neutral camp. Will he actually commit to it? I don't think he can.
I think he was baiting it because Miracle does not see where the rest of the members are, saying, oh, they're all behind me. But right after they saw the bottom camp taken away, they just took it. He
was doing a Noblesse invade. For those who haven't watched, well, hold that thought. We're going to have a really bad fight here, I think, for Miracle.
And Chen is looking for that angle from the side. Ooh, the spot crazy moving.
Okay, is caught here, but still has keg available. Wants to get his brew up. But yeah, so just to put the reference out there, it's a term that's very rarely used in modern heroes because it happens so rarely, but a Noblesse invade is when a tank player comes alone into a very important camp, and because there's a lack of vision, the team that is 4v1 or sometimes 5v1 against the tank who checks gives up the camp because they don't have vision. They're scared that they'll lose it. And Noblesse was famous for actually doing that when he was on TNL as Muradin, or ETC would just walk up to a camp or a boss and literally the other team would give it away, even though he was literally alone and the rest of the team was on the other side of the map. Very important usage of controlling vision. Most teams have better understanding of vision nowadays, so that's much rarer, but he was trying for that.
Back then, he was the only one, basically. He good will survive from all the support. There's a silence. Leaps comes in. Crazy Moving takes so much damage, and Jaehyun will not be healing multiple targets at the same time.
Okay, BDG, unfortunately unable to get in a position to get the keg. They have a massive lead in experience, 2 levels now, 16 to 14 talent tier advantage. And they're going to look for the shrining phase after they clear this cap. Tyrael can just take Moon. Sun is controlled. Miracle's going to take a heavy 5-man rotation top.
Trying to punish with the silence, but do they have enough damage? And it is cancelled by the Divine Shield. They will turn this around now.
Only BDG. Only BDG was silenced. That's a huge cooldown blown now for MVP Miracle. The next fight is going to be a scary one. Divine Shield was used, so it's a trade. Definitely not going to be the engage that we're looking for, though, to stomp the fight 5v4. Tyrael's coming up. Good setup for a really nasty sanctification. Miracle realizes some backs off, but this is going to be the channel now. They need to get in mid. They need to get over there. They're taking the safe route. At least 2 of them are. Oh, this team is so destroyed. I don't know why we're watching this. This is what we need to be watching. Team is split up into 2 groups. That's going to cause Crazy Moving to lose so much health.
Genji actually went down. Actually, maybe they just gave up in the middle. The bottom lane was not too pressured, but Dami decided to go down instead. I feel like the rotation is really off for Miracle right now. Maybe their shot calling is just getting lost in the middle. Mighty taking the advantage, just pushing that in with Chen just being the solo tank, so sturdy, with all the damage coming out from Miracle. Was that good corruption completed? I don't think so yet.
If it did, I just didn't see it because I never really look at those when they pop up, but not actually sure about that, to be honest with you, G-Clef.
It should be close if it's not.
Yeah. Well, next time I see him cast it, I'll let you know, because I actually just have not. I've been focusing on other things. I don't think it did, or I probably would have noticed it, right? Echoing, because it echoes when it's done. Okay, it is complete.
Yes, now it is.
All right, so I just completed maybe in the last 30 seconds or so. We don't have the kill feed yet. We'll have that next week. Good is just playing this hyper safe right now. Crazy Moving is looking for the pick on the Magi here. Does heal himself up. Holy Ground is available. They're not going to use it. BDG's caught. Horrify
does not connect, actually misses entirely, and this is a big risk for Crazy Moving. Does have Mosh available right after Keg.
Now, will he use it here? It doesn't look like it.
Not getting any heals, and he will be caught.
Does get taken out here now. This feels like the beginning of the end. Remember, this is only going to get worse for Miracle before it gets better.
They want to take risk even more here. They do have some tools. No Horrify.
Oh, this is actually a really good Divine Shield here. Sanctification used now, and this is why, if you're going to pick them out, you got to ban the Tyrael. This is the best silence we've seen all game, though. Will Dami be able to carry the fight? He gets 2. Looking for the 3rd one on the Joker. Does use the deflect. Gets 3 here now onto Uther. We'll look for the 4th. Can Dami get all 4? Yes, he can. Nearly gets the kill onto Lunara as well. Ice Block for protection. That was a very, very near loss for Miracle in that fight. Had they been wiped, that would have probably been game. That was such great usage of the Dragon Blade, though. The Sanctification led into that. The silence was finally there. We've seen so many solo silences on the Chen. But a consistent problem for Miracle is using the heroics on the Chen alone. The Horrify completely whipped. You're very lucky that in this case, Jaehyun, the OG Malfurion, was able to make it happen. It was a scary, scary moment.
That was a nice 4v5. That almost got me. It got me a goose. Watching Dami play Genji like that got me goosebumps there. Genji, when given the chance like that, when a lot of the enemies are low health, especially when you have cooldowns poking, Twilight Dream for the silence, that's exactly the timing for Dami to step in and take the kills. Leap Mighty actually dropped down the Sanctification a little bit too fast. I think that could have been the problem for Mighty back then, but still a big level gap, 1.25 level gap between the two teams.
It's just Miracle is, they're trying to fight their way back into this. And again, Horrify is, what? That's unstoppable. That's what it says in Korean. I mean, I'm pretty sure that Sniper can read Korean, so I'm not. That's just weird. I'm sure we don't see Keg very often, so perhaps he's forgetting about it, but Sniper's been one of the world's best cooldowns for forever. Most famous in China, the HG or the Gold Club World Championships there. But these have just been some funky, like the Horrifies and the Twilight Dreams onto the solo Chen, who's in Keg form, have been a little bit embarrassing, to be honest. Anyway, going back to the original point, to win this one, Miracle now has to kill a keep. At least they have that camp pressure bottom. They need to kill a keep. They need to get ahead. They need to get that first keep. But either way, no matter what happens, this game, if Miracle wins it, goes 5 more minutes. And we already saw what happens post 20 minutes with Lunara, who's positioning correctly, who has protection. It's going to be better than Godan. Godan's also scaling really well, and will actually be able to take maybe perhaps Demonic Circle if they want to play like late game and this goes crazy. But you really have to remember the scaling of Lunara is one of the best in the game in terms of damage per second. Just, it means so much for how her damage works, how the ticks work. And so as a result, I mean, this is why we were saying Miracle with the ETC comp needed to get ahead early. They are slowly catching up, but it's still an uphill battle.
And Dami's rotation has been working very well, delaying so much time for them to actually hit 20 later on. This is a delay tactic coming out from Good. Is it going to be enough? Dami's coming in for the cancel.
Okay, squatting it is Good.
Trying to harass. Good may have to escape.
They're going for the Unleash. They barely get it. He uses Hardened Shield, but he'll be happy with that trade.
Miracle does it 20, but maybe a little bit too late, as this Dragon now will be walking directly to any keep he wishes to.
Demonic Circle potentially here, or the upgraded Horrify. Sniper is holding it. Crazy Moving is holding his as well, as ETC is wont to do. Coming now for the keep. This scaling, 1838. Look at how much damage the Dragon Knight does. A fourth of a cannon tower per shot, but so much damage already done.
Percent damage coming out, and
absolutely.
Cooldown's doing so much damage also on the Dragon Knight.
Okay, he did take Demonic Circle.
Maybe they will not get the keep. It seems like they have to back
I
off.
think they can get it.
It's a big risk if he does.
It's Chen, though. Should be able to get out of here. He can use his Unstoppable. That's exactly what he's going to do. They're going to try and turn this into a one-team fight. Mighty was not ready for that. Only BDG, it seems, was ready for that moment. Oh, man. Look at that damage already. And it's only going to get worse. Deflect only blocks the damage for a moment, but it lasts so long. 2 shots will take half the health bar into damage over time burn range. And when the Deflect wears off, that burn range there, I don't know what else to call it, the tick down of the health, is still going to be there. Now they have quad Siege Giants. It feels like Miracle is just hiding behind a shield, eating punch after punch. And I'm not sure how much more they can take. Another cannon tower will go down. They have no hard engage.
Gudan is helping with the wave clear a lot, gladly for Miracle. But Mighty, they just have to push one by one, just like this, slowly as Joker scales up. They have the sustain, and they're winning the macro. That's the biggest thing. Miracle is always falling behind, so maybe it's their time. They want to take control. They'll be losing one, but this one, the only one left in the middle. They have to take it now.
So Demonic Circle was actually placed in the bot lane instead of in the mid, where it was before to clear waves. That could be a problem.
I think this one is actually for the next Dragon Knight. He's setting up the circle already.
The problem is if it goes for a longer time and he doesn't have the circle to go do wave clear, if the team is on the wrong side of the map, that could be a problem. But yeah, I think you're right. 30 seconds to go. So well said, G-Clef. Good call.
Because I do that all the time.
You do good calls all the time.
But I die before.
That happens.
Yes, that's the biggest problem for me. But here we go.
So they don't have hard engage unless Bolt is taken for ETC. He'll never do it until it's the perfect moment to do so. And they don't have, of course, not entirely sure what that sound was. They don't have Bolt for Malfurion anymore. So there's no way for them to hard engage. It's hard for them to take a team fight straight up. Horrify is not the longest range. And they have not had any really good Horrifies all game long. They're going to have to fight mid. They're going to have to deny this Dragon Knight. If this Dragon Knight gets unleashed, it's game over. This might be a moment to lock in Bolt.
Yeah, that's why
he might have to.
Is holding in 20. Let's see. There.
He holds it. He gives the Dragon Knight, and that is that's almost guaranteed game over. Should have used the Bolt at least. And now the keg comes through. Horrify only hits the Dragon Knight.
For the defensive user, Crazy Moving is very low. The Crazy Healing is just not enough, as this Dragon Knight is just marching in right now. Judy is trying to do what he can, but no healing coming out. Also silenced for a second there.
That is going to be the end of him and the end of this game. Nasong is probably going to do about 8% per hit, maybe even more with this Dragon Knight as Chen goes to the core as well. How many does he do per hit? 6% per shot. It's only going to take a few more here as the rest of the team marches down mid. Hard fought here for Miracle with this composition, but we went late game, and Mighty is always going to have the better late game here. They had no hard engage.
And that seals, and that finishes the series. 3-0, somewhat unexpected result coming out in series number 2.